Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Set, hut, 60 out low.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Key to tight end, key to tight end.
4 down, 4 down.
And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Coleman again the ball.
When you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 19-yard line.
Come on, set. 5, 18 Gator, 18 Gator. On the buses. Let's put that.
Now a give right side, Coleman. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the...
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Ravens 7, Eagles 0. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here we go.
The
Here we
Eagles
go.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Brown. 61, matchbox lights.
Slam, slam, slam.
Kill.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Sunday.
Alert 3, alert 3.
80 weapon.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
List 5-7.
Watch twist.
Throwing now is Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Wentz's pass.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Watch it, watch it.
Great 57. Kill. Hey, Haywood.
Here's Wentz to throw.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 40 yards.
And an Eagle 1st down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Switch.
Black.
Come.
Check. Crunch. Protein spill.
Now Joe Mixon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Come on now. Let's go.
SOS. SOS. SOS.
Hey, Lou.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Trey 15.
Jack!
Hey, Rip 5-2. Hot here. Here, sit.
Mike. 57's a Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Now Wentz. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the motion. 5's the Mike.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Steps away. He's got his man. It's Andrews. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you've got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Get in the weight room. H3. Watch the edge. Joker. Haywood.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
He was brought down by Darius Slay. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
On second down, it's Coleman, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Let's go. Took to Pittsburgh.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Check 43. Watch twist.
On second down, Johnson. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Way to go.
Ty Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Ravens push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Wentz now on first down.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Touchdown, Raven.
I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Ravens 21, Eagles 3. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tight dog.
Here, sit.
He's moving.
5'9".
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Watch the run.
To throw is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Hey,
Second and 6.
From the 38, Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here we go. 180!
I'm coming after you.
Let's go. Great. Hey, 57. Hey, seam 6. Seam 27.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wentz. Looking right sideline, that's complete.
Come on, baby, let's go.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line.
And an Eagle first down.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Come get some. Come on, come get some.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They come out here in the eye. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. 180!
Rip right.
Here.
We got it.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott good with a PAT, and it makes the score 21-10. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Lamar Jackson.
Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
And we're going 37's to Mike. Mike
Orbit. Let it go.
Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 22-yard line. 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go, defense.
Sunday.
Mike, 36. Mike, 36.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Wentz now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
14 on the play. It's 3rd down.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Get ready. Get ready.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give them.
And this will be caught at the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. They're moving the football with relative ease on this drive.
Well, let's go ahead and tick off the numbers. 3rd play of the drive. 3 first downs. Yeah, I would say that's relative ease. Keep feeding him the ball. He's hungry.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
Jordy.
Shift.
22 jet bomber. Hey, great 57.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score.
Here I come.
Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Buying time to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On the ready. Bravo.
Mike 37.
Let's go, baby. We need turnover. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
And we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37.
Here we go. Here we go. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Showing eight.
On third down, Jackson. And an alley to run. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, turn it up.
To throw is Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Andrews. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Echo. 61.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
22, Jet Bubba.
4th down, here's Jackson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down.
Go.
First down, Philadelphia.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He was brought down by Earl Thomas.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
21. Eagles 16.
180. Black, come on.
Let's go, D.
Check 26, check 26.
Jammer, jam.
Recon, 132 fighter. List 5-7.
On second down and 4, Wentz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it second down.
At the Eagles 37-yard line.
Switch. Yo. Check out.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Ravens on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Snead. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. From the gun, it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Now 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score, Ravens 28, Eagles 16.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Two jet.
Check 13. Check 13.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Wentz. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And able to work his way down to the 16. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
74, 74.
Eagles.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Smooth.
Kill, kill, kill.
After the sack on first down, Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside.
Wentz's pass.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
It's a gain of 11.
Hey, 4
Hey,
Down.
Watch 36 to Mike.
Here's Wentz to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Baby, let's go.
The Ravens take
Let's
over
go.
first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second and a couple. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Andrews. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Check 52.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the Eagles' 27-yard line.
What we got? Sponge. No. Yes. He's checking credit.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back for the offense. Let's go.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Baltimore, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the